Hello, good morning, Saraswati ji.
Good morning.
How
How are
have
you
you
doing?
been?
Yeah, I've been great. Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good as well. I think we are meeting after a very long time, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, everything going all right?
Yeah, everything going good. Yes.
Okay, right. So, Saraswati ji, today I think in our session we were supposed to be talking about cybersecurity, not something that I think I would enjoy. Would you like to talk about it, or would you like to talk about fame? Like, I'm giving you two options.
It's up to you.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think though a topic like fame would be very interesting to have a discussion on. So let's try to have a discussion on fame then, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. So let me ask you a few questions. Okay,
Yes.
do you or would you like to be famous one day, Saraswati ji? I mean, if your YouTube blows up, right?
Yes, I would like to be famous, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not at the same time, it's not easy
Mm.
because
Right.
getting name and fame, it's
Mm-hmm.
really difficult sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on if I talk about on YouTube. So it
Mm-hmm.
depends on what type of content I upload on my channel.
Right.
Because if anyone who upload contents related to entertain or
Mm-hmm.
traveling blogs,
Right. Right.
and these are means getting those videos. I think they get means they get more views
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
it's somewhere it's easy to be famous,
Right.
but as I upload only conversational videos on my
Right.
channel, and
Mhm.
apart from that I do not do lots of efforts
Okay.
there, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not so easy to get name and fame.
Right. Right. I
Yes.
completely agree with you. What you see, it kind of sells, right?
Yes.
That's why a lot of people who are into entertainment business or maybe have a traveling vlog, that's they get more fame, right?
Yes.
Than the ones doing something related to education, probably something related to maybe like public welfare, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's very important, like and basically entertainment, any sort of entertainment, it kind of sells in
Yes.
today's in today's world or era that we
Hmm.
live in, right? Especially, have you seen those eating videos that come on YouTube,
Eating
mukbang
videos,
videos?
yes, yes. They only just sit and they eat a lot,
Yeah,
very fast, and
yeah,
after doing that thing only, they get
yeah.
means they are getting famous.
Right, right.
Yes.
Something which is very frivolous in a way, something is which is very shallow. I mean, no hurt or no hate to anybody, but then you're just sitting and then you're eating, right? No effort made as such. But you're still
Yes.
gaining a lot of views, you gain a lot of subscribers just doing that. I know for a fact that there is a particular YouTube channel, and she has over, like, 11 million followers, subscribers.
Mm.
Okay. So, I mean, everything these days is quite weird at times. Don't you
And in
think?
teaching also we can do like teaching in a fun way,
Mm-hmm. Right,
teaching something that can really attract viewers and learners.
right.
But I think for doing that, we
Mm-hmm.
really put, we should put lots of effort.
Sure.
After that, we can do.
Right, right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. Anyway, so let's talk about a few things that are here on this session notes. Okay. Uh, just let me. Okay. If you could swap lives with a famous figure for a week, who would it be and why?
Mm.
With a famous personality.
Famous personality.
Right. You would like to swap your life with, and why is also a question.
Still, I have not think about this. It's really
Mm-hmm.
very tough question, I can say.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to shop with someone for my life, I
Mm-hmm.
would like to shop with Vidya Balan. I am a fan of Vidya Balan,
Okay.
and mostly I watch her movies.
Okay.
The way she express herself, I really attract by watching her movies.
Mm-hmm.
And what I so yes, these are the things. Because of that, I would like to shop with Vidya Balan,
Okay. Right.
because some
Right.
I am not very aware of the things about Vidya Balan.
Mm-hmm.
Few of interviews I have seen. In
Mm-hmm.
that, she told that she is very spiritual type of lady.
Okay.
She spends
Right.
lot of time for praying, and
Mm-hmm.
that inspired me a lot. And her simplicity also attracts me. And
Right.
because of that, even sometimes I choose my dress like what she wears,
Mm-hmm.
what type
Right.
of dresses she wears.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, surely I would like to shop with Vidya Balan.
Right. Okay. I think that was a very well explained kind of an answer, because yes, you are completely correct. I think that woman Vidya Balan is a very talented, extremely talented lady, right? She
Yes,
carries herself really well in front of the camera as well as on and off camera also. I think she is a fantastic
yes,
lady. And she's quite modest, not like the actresses that we get to see um, elsewhere, because I think she carries herself really well and her tradition well, right? And in
yes,
most of the times you get to see her wearing saris, on special
yes.
occasions, and she looks absolutely stunning. So
Mm.
yes, okay, right. And she has made some bold movie choices also, which has worked for her, right? Incredible
Yes.
artist, really talented. Okay, right.
Yeah.
If you could be famous for one specific skill or talent, what would it be and why?
I think for one specific skill, I think I would like to be famous as a good English tutor in future.
Okay, right.
Because as I have been learning English last 1.5 year,
Mm-hmm.
and I am really putting lots of efforts to
Mm-hmm.
get fluency and fluency as well as proficiency in this language. So
Okay.
surely in future I would like to be famous and to be known as a famous tutor who
Mm-hmm.
can train students and can teach them going to their level.
Mm, right. So, I think Saraswati ji, you're already doing very well. You're already there, right? And I hope all your wishes come true regarding,
Yeah,
trying to
thank
be,
you.
about you becoming a famous tutor. I hope that wish, it gets fulfilled, right?
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah. So if you would ask me, like, what is the most famous or one specific skill or talent I would like to be famous for, then I think it would probably be public speaking, right? I've been a part of an organization which is known as Toastmasters for a really long time, probably for
Okay.
2.5 years. And there we try to hone our public skills, okay, public speaking skills, right? And so what happens in this particular organization is that we write a lot of speeches, okay? We write a lot of speeches, we write our scripts, and then we have to deliver it in front of audience, right? And we get evaluated for the same. What are the areas of improvement? Okay, what are the things that we were exemplary at? Okay, so these are the things that we get feedbacks here and there. So I think and eventually what happens is, when you join an organization like this, when you win a lot of competitions, right, in the end you are declared as the world champion of Toastmasters, or probably like world champion for that particular year. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think that's something that I would really want to do, and I would like to be famous for my speaking skills, like just
Oh,
like you
that's
mentioned, right?
lovely. And
Mm.
I think you will surely get success in that. And my blessing is with you.
Thank you so much. So, because whatever we try to do in this life, right, we need to strive to do the best. We need to strive to be the best, right? I think
Yes.
best should only be our, goal in the end. So that is very important. Otherwise, when we don't have that kind of drive, or when we don't have that kind of zeal, then we don't, improve. So
Yes.
it's extremely important that, when we set a goal for ourselves, the goal has to be really high, right?
One question I would like to ask, as
Mhm.
you answer like you used to write script
Right.
for some company.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know that after writing scripts and public speaking,
Right.
how you deliver that in front of audiences.
Right. So what happens is there is a particular pathway, okay, or a curriculum that we follow based on our personalities, okay. So
Okay.
according to me, I was supposed to be doing this presentation mastery, okay. So I'm supposed to be a master in presentation after this complete pathway is over. So there
Okay.
are like levels. There are around 5 levels, okay. So, and in each level there is five projects that we are supposed to do, and based on the project we are supposed to write a script for ourselves, right? So I sit down to write my script. Okay, after knowing what I'm supposed to be writing on that particular topic, I start writing my script, right? And when I think that it is of a good length, then I start practicing it. How do I practice it? I just open my phone, record my voice, okay, or time myself. That's the most important thing. My speech has to be between 5 to 7 minutes in length. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I try to first read it out loud, right? Read my script out loud, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
try to read it and I check myself, I check the time, okay, I time myself, and then when I see that my speech is around 5 to 6 minutes, then I'm done. So then I don't have to write anymore. After that it's only about practice. After that it's only about practice, and also try to make an audience, eye contact with the audience, try to work on your body language, a little bit on your vocal variety that we talk about, your intonations. So these are the things that we work on um, for a good few days, and then we go and deliver it in our clubs.
One more question.
Hmm?
As you have written, suppose you have finished with your scripts
Right.
and you practice for a number of times.
Right.
But still, when we turn on our camera
Mm-hmm.
and when we started speaking, we
Right.
can't. We should just go through all the scripts which we have written, or we
Mm-hmm.
can add some extra points in that too.
No, you can add the extra points, okay? That is up to you. But sticking to the script is important, because that way what happens is, you won't deviate from the topic much. Okay, so it's important. Sometimes what happens is when you keep on practicing, no, uh, you mug it up, you mug the script. You will
Mm.
know the script by heart, okay? And if that doesn't
Yes,
happen, then what I'd like to do is try to make a framework of that particular speech. Maybe like
yes,
make
yes,
bullet points, okay? four
yes,
to
yes.
five bullet points, and these each bullet points have one specific topic that you're talking about, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you try to connect it. So,
Oh,
even if you forget in between, then you know the bullet points, then you know the topic that you're supposed to be speaking on. So, you know, then it will follow. So that's the way
oh,
we
yes,
follow. And we
yes,
don't,
right.
we don't deliver our speeches on screen. We deliver it in front of a live audience. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the challenge in public speaking, because
Oh,
initially when you start there is a lot of nervousness, right? You get a cold feet. It's very it's a daunting experience at first,
yes,
but
yes.
when you do it for a very long time, then I think you start enjoying and you fall in love with the stage altogether. So that's something that we all try to do in this particular club.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I
Anyway,
totally agree.
okay, so Saraswati ji, I would like to know, do you think fame changes people in terms of their personal relationships, values, and sense of self?
Yes, yes, yes. I think yes, fame changes
Mm-hmm.
with relationships
Mm-hmm.
and values. Apart from other things, also change when
Mm-hmm.
we get famous
Mm-hmm.
because after getting name and fame,
Mm-hmm.
people started respecting and giving more attention
Mm-hmm. Right.
in our like very close or far away relations. What we say, is
Mhm.
it correct word? Far away means
Yeah,
far
yeah, yeah.
away relations. Yes.
Yes.
Apart from that, for values,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere some people they started neglecting people
Mm, right.
or disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
But however, there are still some people
Mm-hmm.
who, after getting in fame, they give more attention
Right. Mm-hmm.
to their relatives, to their
Mm-hmm.
viewers, audiences,
Yeah.
because everything happens because of them only. So
Right.
it's like our family members.
Mm-hmm.
So we should give respect in return. That's
Right.
the thing we can do.
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
think you're absolutely right, Saraswati ji, when you mean like, it depends on individual, okay, how they handle their fame, right?
Yes.
Some people, after getting fame, they have this superiority complex. Okay, they try to be a little bit condescending, and then they start, treating people differently, right? So
Yes.
that's something that we shouldn't aspire. Like you rightly mentioned, there are few people, but who handle, fame really well. They kind of are
Yes.
very, grateful about the fame that they've gotten. So, they try to pay respect to those people who respect them and who give them so
Yes.
much of attention, right? So that's something that we should always aspire to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the paparazzi culture that is prevalent in India or in the world? Do you know what is a paparazzi?
Paparazzi. Means taking photos of
Yes.
celebrities.
Yes, yes, yes. When they're running, no? When they're running, when they're coming out of the gym, when they're coming out of the salon, and everybody, people are just clicking pictures of them. So these kind of people are known as paparazzi, right? So what do you
Yes.
think about this paparazzi culture in India and in the world in general?
I think to some extent it's good
Okay.
because of that they are famous
Mm-hmm.
and they get famous more like after getting like suppose someone is coming from gym or
Right.
some from somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and the paparazzis they come and click their photos
Right.
and they post on social medias, so
Mm-hmm.
we also connect with them to their day to day life.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's somewhere to some extent it's good,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but still sometimes they get celebrities they get means they don't want to show
Mm-hmm.
everything in public,
Right.
so
Right.
there I think it's not good, otherwise it's good for audiences
Mm-hmm.
and to the fans who are really very close to their
Mm-hmm.
heart.
Right, right. So for
Yes.
the fans, especially, right, who are very intrigued about these celebrities' life, so for them, I think it is a good thing. Do you think it is
Yes.
good for the celebrities? Don't you think it is, intrusion of their privacy?
Yeah, as I told, yes, for celebrities, maybe it is not good
Mm-hmm.
because suppose somewhere they are going and they are in hurry. I
Mm,
think one video I have seen on means on social media. They
mm-hmm.
were going. They means they were in hurry,
Mm-hmm.
and paparazzis came and started clicking their photos.
Right.
They didn't want, but still they were doing. Means
Mm-hmm.
somewhere it's means break their privacy.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, instead of using the word like break, okay, I think a
Okay.
better word would be to use intrude. Okay. Intrude also means like to break or maybe like to
Okay.
intervene. Okay. So a better word
Okay.
would be intrude, to intrude
Okay.
their privacy. Okay. Which means you're breaking
Okay.
into their privacy or you are interfering in their matters. So that is
Interfering.
intrude, right? So it comes
Okay.
from a word like intrusion. Okay. But you can use the
Yes.
word intrude here. Okay, I
Okay.
have a few recommendations I would like to make for you. When I mentioned, which celebrities, which celebrity would you like to, swap your life with? And at that moment, you said, it's a very tough question. I still haven't think about it. Okay, so it has to be, I still haven't thought about it.
Haven't thought about. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it has
Yeah.
to be, I still haven't thought about it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the only thing that I had to mention. I still haven't
Yes.
thought about it. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, right. Now, you said, people who are famous, right? They are made famous by your relatives who may be living far away, right? Nothing wrong. Okay, you're
Yes.
absolutely correct. There is no grammatical error as such. But because, you one day want to become a very good tutor, right? Like you mentioned,
Yes.
I think vocabulary is also important at
Yes.
times, right? So far away is not a bad word. It's a very good word, but I think that could be replaced by another word, which is distant. Okay.
Distant.
Yeah. So I'll give you that word. Far away could be distant. You know, people are made famous by a lot of other people, and especially the distant relatives. So something like this. Okay.
Yes.
So it has to be distant.
Distant.
Okay. Yeah. Very common word. not a very sophisticated word, so you can actively make it a part of your vocabulary,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So Saraswati ji, I would also like to ask you, these days there are two kind of fames, okay, that you get. One is the Instagram kind of a fame, right? Social
Yes.
media kind of fame. The fame where, a lot of people, normal people also get a lot of fame and attention for that specific and very small time, right? Like, like figures like Ronu Mandal, or probably those people who are like Ronu Mandal, I think was one. I think the Kacha Badam one, right? They
Yes.
are famous for a very short time, but the fame kind of boomed, right, for
Yes.
them. And then there are celebrities who have been working really hard. Say, for instance, like Ronaldo, right, in their football careers, Messi in their football careers, or if you see any Bollywood actors or legends, say, for instance, like Nawazuddin Siddiqui or probably Amitabh Bachchan, they've been working all their life, right, to attain that kind of fame. So, what would you like to say? What kind of fame would you desire to have one day, through your YouTube channel?
I would like to be today. I would like to be fame
Mm-hmm.
after putting lots of effort and
Mm-hmm.
with my what we say potential
Mm-hmm.
and perfect knowledge
Mm-hmm.
of
Right.
the things
Right.
what I am doing,
Mm-hmm.
and these are really helpful for people.
Okay.
That
Right.
type of fame I would like to be.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
apart from Vida Balan, right, who do you think has the most deserved fame? Okay, the fame that they have is well deserved, according to you.
Well, I think Kangna Ranaut.
Okay. Right.
Apart from that, Amitabh Bachchan
Mm-hmm. Right. All
and
great artists, right? Okay.
Akshay Kumar,
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
Rani Mukherjee.
Mm-hmm.
She's also
All these
not
people.
from celebrities background.
Right.
After putting lots of effort, now
Mm-hmm.
she's on this level.
Right.
And yeah, these are the means celebrities I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
There are maybe some more, but I'm not able to recall. Even
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about old character, means old celebrities like Rekha.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
Okay, right. So, yes, I think when we are chasing fame, then the fame should also be a very long-lasting one, right? And it
yes,
also should have some impact on other people, a good impact on other people, right? Where you are contributing something to their growth. So that's very important, right?
yes,
Otherwise, these days, a lot of times, people are getting famous on social media for absolutely no reason, right?
yes,
So that
yes,
kind of fame is not something that we should aspire to chase, right? Because eventually, I mean, you might get famous for one day and then the fame disappears. Now we don't know about these individuals that I mentioned before, right? What they are
yes,
doing in their lives, right? So they just
yes,
disappear in the thin air. Okay, so I would like to make a few recommendations to you. Okay, you said I would like to be fame. Okay,
I would
when
like to
I
be
asked,
famous.
yes, okay, that's correct. Okay, it's okay. So I think we are coming to the end of our session. Saraswati ji, I had a lovely conversation regarding this fame, right?
Yeah,
And you are quite descriptive with your answers. That's something that I always aspire, or I always tell my learners to do, because I
yes,
want them to be more descriptive with their answers. I want them to lengthen their answers so that if there are any
yes,
mistakes, then I can rectify it for them, right? So you
yes,
are very creative with your answers. Now I just think that a few grammatical errors here and there, minor, don't worry. There is
yes,
nothing that you need to focus on, because you're consistent in a platform like this. Your grammatical errors, it will get resolved eventually,
yes.
so nothing really to be worried about. I only think that we need to work a little bit more on our vocabulary. That's something
Vocabulary.
that we need. Yeah, I think
Yes,
that is something that we need to work on. Apart from that, there is no other feedback. Okay, very few
yes,
grammatical errors, but that will get resolved over time. Nothing really to worry about. But I think that we need to work on our vocabulary a little bit.
yes,
So, like, try to use these words like break, break the privacy. Say intrude the privacy. That's a much
yes,
better word. Okay. And
yes.
then you say far away, right? Nothing wrong with using the word like far away, but you can always say distant. Okay.
Different.
There's
Yes,
another word that I would like to give you. Okay. and make this a part of your vocabulary. Okay. Mm. Do you have any knowledge what this word means?
Penchant.
Yeah.
Penchant. No.
Okay, so penchant means to have a liking towards something, to be keen on something, to have fondness for something. Okay, say for
Okay.
instance, I have a penchant for baking. Okay, that's something that I
Okay.
like to do. So it